What is burnout? Or how does it even feel like? Is the question I often think about whenever I see an artist talking about how burnout they are lately. And at first, I couldn't fully grasp the concept of burnout because not only I've never experienced it before all of this, but also I thought, huh, why would you feel such negative emotion about something you're so passionate about? Well, I think I can finally answer that for myself. Burnout. Burnout for me is the long hours of sleep and still feeling tired after waking up. It's thinking about what should I have for breakfast and ended up having my first meal at dinner. It's seeing your to-do list piling up day after day but don't have the capacity at the moment to actually get things done. It's the constant battle between your brain that wants to do stuff and your body that feels kind of boneless, unable to move, unable to get up. It's the feeling of numbness and losing that spark that once gets you going. And worst of all, it's the feeling that you've lost sight of the purpose, ambition, and the path that you once drew out for yourself. Today is the 9th of August. Yeah, 9th. And I think this is the best time for me to talk about something that I've been trying to brush off for quite a while now. Mm, I've been in a denial stage for so long, and to be honest, I think something's wrong with me these days. Not just these days, but for almost 4 to 5 months now. And yeah. Okay, so today is the 10th of August. Yeah, 10th of August. And I just opened this app. It's called Elmwood. I think I found a really, really fun game. So right now we have this page. You can see, you can read some messages over here, like back read stuff. And then, so I first got this message from a person. Hello Adam, yes, the famous detective Adam Lane, not so famous after all, are you? So basically this part tells you what the story is all about. So it introduces the character, and my name is Adam as the player, and then I'm a famous detective, Adam Lane, yeah. And then this unknown person is asking me to solve a missing person case, which is the disappearance of Zoe Leonard. Leonard, I don't know what this is. I have here Amanda. This one looks like my wife or something. So I haven't read all those threads yet. So let's see how this goes, because I really like this kind of stories and games. I really like listening and watching Rotten Mango by Stephanie Sue. And then recently I got this book. It's called Strange Houses. Yeah, it's a really great book. It's about the mysterious house built in Tokyo. At first look at the floor plans, it looks like a normal floor plan. I mean, nothing strange. And then the more they look, the more they kind of see some really strange parts of the floor plan, like questionable ones, and then they form a theory. Right now, I'm still at page 30. I haven't opened this book after that because I was in the office yesterday. So yeah, I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be a quick read. It's been a couple of months since I started feeling like this. It took me quite a while before I figured I'm experiencing burnout for the first time. And I realized how serious being burnout actually is, especially to someone who always feels like they're running out of time. Ambitious people often can't afford being burnout, not because they actually can't, but because it's often not an option we want to consider. But do we really have a choice? Can we really dodge a bullet if we don't know where it's coming from? Honestly speaking, I don't really think that I have the reason to actually feel this way because I am at the most wonderful, freeing, and peaceful time of my life. I don't really have any major problems these days. Like, yeah, problems are there, but nothing too serious. I shouldn't be feeling this way. Like, I should be like working my ass off, taking advantage of whatever things that I have and can do, the possibilities, focusing on my business, focusing on doing the things that I'm passionate about. And I have a lot of things that I want to do, and I have a lot of things that I needed to do as well. And yet, here I am, like, feeling so numb, and I kind of lost that spark that I have, like, several months ago.
Alam mo yung ganitong picture, yung magkaganon?
Yeah, last few months was honestly really difficult to me. It hurt my feelings just thinking about it. I mean, my pride, my ego, because I've been through shit, like shit that not a lot of people experience, and it's very hard to survive from. But I didn't feel this way that time. Not at all. It was around April this year when I first noticed something was wrong. I was preparing for my second art market, and during the last few weeks of my preparation, I started to slow down, unintentionally, unwillingly. I was unaware that was the start, but I tried to push hard and brushed it off, thinking it was just me being lazy and exhausted, until I had to push harder, and then harder, until it got too hard, so I was left with 10 unfinished pieces that didn't make it to the market, sadly. But I did give myself some grace and try not to be hard on myself, because I've been pushing myself non-stop for months. Even though it was deeply disappointing, I think I still did better preparing that time compared to my first art market. So I still feel somewhat okay. Little did I know this was only the beginning. Good morning. Today is the 11th of August, and I just woke up. It's currently 5 a.m. and so I have a lot of things to do today. Well, I have a new commissioner or client, and it's my first time having a client who asked for an official receipt. So I wasn't sure about how does that look like, and I don't have any idea because I'm not really sure how like receipts and this kind of transaction looks like. So I gotta ask my friend Magic Eye about it, and yeah, thankfully she is like she has something like that. Like she has this like cute template. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to search on Pinterest for references, and yeah. The third art market preparation was especially challenging. Maybe the most challenging time in my life since I started to do more. I was staying on bed more, less on my desk. My thumb would non-stop scroll my phone, my eyes fixed on my screen without even understanding what the heck I was watching or looking at. I did not only lose my energy, but also the spark, the motivation, my appetite, my will to talk to people, even more maybe sleep, or the will to do literally anything at all. All I had was a list of things that I needed to do, and most of them long overdue. And they kept on piling up every passing day. The structure I spent years building crumbled right in front of my eyes in less than a month, and I spent more than 2 months doing nothing when I'm supposed to be preparing for something I was so excited about just several months ago. And that's when I started to acknowledge that maybe I was indeed experiencing burnout, and my disappointment was through the roof. And to say the least, I was not coping well. Honestly, it was mentally and physically taxing. It was painful knowing how much stuff I could be getting done if only I was feeling okay. Knowing how much time I wouldn't be wasting if only I wasn't such in a bad mental state. It's more mentally tormenting for someone who's chasing a lot of things. It's painful for people who serve themselves by working hard and satisfying their passions. Especially to people who wants to prove something, not to other people, but to themselves. At some point, it felt like I'm crushing my own dreams, my own future. It was frustrating how my own self wasn't serving me the way I wanted, and it felt like my body wasn't working with me anymore. And I know I've been nothing but productive before all of this started, a reason for me to be nicer and understanding to myself, that I too needed rest and take care of myself. But the thing is, it's not easy to be nice to a person you don't like. It's not easy to take care of someone who's stubborn and doesn't cooperate with you. And I think the most painful part for me was knowing that this version of me is also me, when that is very hard for me to acknowledge. If someone's gonna ask me, what am I gonna do to get out of this situation as soon as possible? I don't really have an answer for that. I don't even think there's a quick way to get out of it. During these kinds of times, I think you only have yourself to count on. No amount of empathy from other people will take you out of that situation. Maybe it will help you feel less lonely, but at the end of the day, this fight is yours, and the people around you have their own. It's only you who knows what kind of words that you need to hear to feel better. Only you who knows what exactly can make you get up from your bed. Google won't help you either. Trust me, it's useless. It's like someone telling you what to do when you're already doing it. Kind of annoying, to be honest. And I don't really think there's a solution for it. It's one of those situations where you just need to do what you can do, taking your hands off the things you can't control, and following your intuitions, and doing whatever you think is right, or at least feels right. It doesn't have to be something grand or perfect. It doesn't have to be as good as how you did previously, and if you don't feel like yourself right now, maybe it's best to get to know the current you. Know what they want, know what they need. Just like how you listened to the real you before this. And most importantly, show up for yourself. No matter how brief, no matter how wrong it feels, no matter how tired you feel. Because, like I said, no matter how I hate the burnout, lazy, unproductive me, it's still me. And I will always show up for myself. I feel really guilty because I feel like I'm just wasting time getting sad over nothing at all. Okay, it is 8:48 and I am done with my invoice template, or making my invoice template. So it took me a while, yeah, which is disappointing because I have so many things to do today. But yeah, here it is. It's okay. I'm just gonna insert it here. Yeah. I'm just gonna take a little bit of rest and then I'll go sculpt or paint some pieces. And yeah. Also, I'm gonna think about what to cook for dinner later before I sleep. Yeah.